Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here with us. I am Damon Davis, Superintendent of Reading Community City School District, and on behalf of the Reading Community City District and the Board of Education, it is with great honor that we welcome Governor Mike DeWine, Lieutenant Governor John Husted, local and visiting superintendents, state and local officials, business leaders, trusted partners, and community members here today. I'd like to begin by thanking Governor DeWine and Lieutenant Governor Husted for bringing visionary leadership and workforce development and their investments in education for Ohio. These investments will not only pay dividends for this generation of Reading students, but also for the future of Ohio itself. I'd also like to thank our Board of Education for their commitment to our students and thank our teachers, our treasurer, Jen Burke, and our administrative team for the work they do each day for our students. Specifically, I'd like to acknowledge Assistant Superintendent Mark Edwards for his vision and leadership and career tech development for our students. The mission of our school district is inspiring leaders of tomorrow with engaging opportunities today. This mission is not only a statement, but it's our promise. It's our promise to our community. It's a promise to our students. And we are deeply committed to providing each student opportunities that will give them a competitive advantage in the future. As superintendent of Reading Community City Schools, I'm proud that our approach to education reflects the diverse needs of our students. In our district, 35% of our students will graduate and pursue a four-year degree, while 65% of our students will explore pathways involving some level of college, credential programs, direct entry into the workforce, or military enlistment. The diversity of our students' post-secondary plans is not unique, as it closely aligns with national and state trends. Nationally, 37% of individuals over the age of 25 hold a bachelor's degree. In Southwest Ohio, only 29% of jobs require a four-year degree. These numbers have prompted us to reflect on what are we preparing our students for, and how can we equip them so they can be successful beyond high school. Our district's focus has become more than guiding students towards graduation, but helping them develop a plan beyond graduation. This begins in elementary by allowing our students to learn about a variety of careers through career days. In 8th grade, students are required to take a college and career course. And throughout the course, students take interest inventories and surveys, develop career portfolios, conduct career research, and have guest speakers visit their classroom. As our students enter high school and start planning their schedules, our vision for them is to select a career-focused community, such as healthcare, business, humanities. This enables our students to develop a plan and focus that is matched with rigorous courses, while also providing them exposure to a wide range of career opportunities and developing the skills necessary for success. Governor DeWine and Lieutenant Governor Husted have been instrumental in supporting these efforts. Their initiatives in expanding career technical education and workforce development align closely with our mission. They recognize that education must evolve to meet the changing demands of workforce and society at large. By developing policies and programs that support diverse educational pathways, they are helping to ensure that students across the district and Ohio have access to the resources and opportunities they need to succeed. And together, we are all helping prepare students for successful and fulfilled life. So thank you very much, and it's my pleasure to introduce and welcome Governor DeWine.
Morning, everybody. Dr. Davis, thank you very, very much. It's good to be at Reading, and what you just heard from Dr. Davis, I think, is so very, very consistent with what the Lieutenant Governor and I feel, and that is that every child's different. We see it in our own family. Fran and I have 8 children and 27 grandkids, and they're all different. They all have different interests and different goals. What we want for every child in the state is what we want for our own children, or now for me and Fran, our own grandchildren. And that is they find something to get excited about, something that they love to do, something that they can have a real passion for. And if they do that, they're going to be able to live up to their full God-given potential and have a very productive and a very, very good life. And that's what we want for every single child. We are here today as a result, really, of a lot of traveling that the Lieutenant Governor and I have done, sometimes together, sometimes separately. A number of occasions, I've been with my wife, Fran. We've gone from school to school, and just to see what is going on in our schools. And one of the things that we found out was that the interest in career tech continues to grow. Continues to grow among parents, continues to grow among students, and it certainly continues to grow among businessmen and women as they see the need for talented young people to fill different positions that they have. And so that's the good news. The bad news as we traveled around the state is that we found that there was more demand than there was capacity. And that sometimes that was in our career tech schools, sometimes that was in our other schools that are doing career tech. And so we went to the legislature with a very specific proposal in our budget. We asked them for $200 million in regard to help schools build out further, and then we asked for $100 million for our schools in regard to equipment. And what we are announcing today is the second part of that, which is the first phase of this $100 million to be focused on equipment. We are calling this $100 million in grants, the Career Technical Education Equipment Grant Program, to help expand and purchase new equipment to train more students to be career ready. So today we're announcing the 56 schools, 56 recipients of those grants, including Reading Community Schools. Schools here, Reading will receive $1.9 million to grow its construction, manufacturing, IT programs, and to serve more of their students. In total, 174 Ohio school districts applied for these grants. We were able to fund 56 of those applications. There is some additional funds left, and so there will be a second phase of these announcements, but these are the first announcements. The funding will help programs meet the needs of a variety of industries, including healthcare, construction, engineering, advanced manufacturing, and more. With more and more companies coming to Ohio, creating more jobs, many times we, frankly, cannot fill those jobs. And we are creating jobs faster in our state than we have people to fill them. And so, again, allowing young people to explore all their options and make their choices is what we really are about, and giving them the ability, the tools to find what they want to do and then to get the technical help and assistance they need to be able to pursue that. As we travel around the state, one of the things that is great, and I had the occasion to talk to some students today, and that is students who are juniors or seniors are already working. They're doing the co-op, they work during the summer, but they already have started to have some contact with a business. And that's just a good thing. If they like what they're doing, the business likes them, they're going to have the opportunity to get a job. Sometimes they'll decide that's not what I want to do, and that's constructive too. Part of life is learning what you want to do, and part of life is learning no, that's just not what I want to do. So we're just very, very happy to be able to make this announcement today. We're putting out a press release. This is a list of which will be available to the press of the different schools. And let me just ask, I see several of the superintendents out here, if your school is one of the ones who's receiving a grant today, if you would stand up. We appreciate you all being here. All right. Very good. Let me now introduce Lieutenant Governor John Husted. John also has a real passion for career tech and for seeing young people just thrive. And that's what we're seeing today. We had the chance to go into a classroom, look at young people, talk to them, see what they're doing. And John has a real passion and has been someone who's been a very strong spokesperson for expanding career tech in the state of Ohio. Lieutenant Governor Husted.
Governor DeWine, thank you for your leadership in making this possible. Governor DeWine is a champion of children of all ages, from the youngest to the students who are about ready to graduate high school. And I appreciate your leadership, Governor, on this, and I appreciate the support of the General Assembly. I wish everyone in Ohio got a chance to see what I get to see every day. From the career centers and schools that I get to visit, to the businesses that are doing amazing, amazing things in the state of Ohio. And I want to talk about why this is important, why the grants that the governor announced are important to people and Ohio. Technology is changing the nature of the economy as fast as ever. And the nature of work is changing. And so we need to adapt our system of education to serve students for that reality. That's the bottom line. American businesses are looking to create a domestic supply chain for the things we need to live and thrive. That is also changing the nature of our economy. And it's important for economic and national security that everything from medical supplies to digital technologies and manufactured goods are once again made in America. That's the decision we've collectively made in this country, and that Ohio under Governor DeWine is leading on. And if you're going to make it in America, Ohio is obviously a great place to do it because we are the heart of it all. In the past few years, more and more businesses are choosing Ohio to expand. So this is creating that demand that we have an opportunity to fill so that all those students back there and all of them at your schools have a new chance to do this that they never had before. And I just want to give you a feel for the companies, like the companies who've been here, the companies that we know about, who are completely transforming the things that they do, which will require this new talent. And that is everyone from Ford to GM to Honda, which we saw the giant facility, almost 80 football fields under roof that's being built off of I-71. Companies like Whirlpool, Purina, Cleveland Cliffs, Goodyear, Sherwin-Williams. The nature of those longtime brands in the state, the nature of work there is changing. And newer arrivals are also on the way, like Joby Aviation, which is building an electric aircraft in Dayton. MedPace down in Cincinnati, which does clinical trials for the world for drugs and therapies. First Solar in Toledo. And recently, Amgen, who is going to domesticate some of our domestic pharmaceuticals. And of course, Intel, which is going to redomesticate an industry that we started in America, the chips and semiconductor industry. And also, sectors like agriculture, healthcare, and construction are growing in demand. So with all this growth, we need people to be able to take advantage of that opportunity. And what does this mean for students? It means that there are employers all across the state who want their talent. And if they earn the right kinds of skills in high school, they can go directly into the workplace right out of high school. I visited one career center earlier this year where the graduating class had earned $2 million while they were in high school, and they had 93% of the graduating class already connected to a job upon graduation. That's literally what is happening in our career centers and career high schools in the state of Ohio, and with what the governor announced, we want to create more momentum for that. Here are some of the sectors because I want moms and dads and students to understand that these are the kinds of new things that are happening that are growing. They include robotics and automation, artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, advanced materials, cyber systems and security, 3D printing, additive manufacturing, and of course, construction trades are booming because somebody needs to build and service all of this. And so we need carpenters, sheet metal workers, plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and Governor and I were with, and electricians, and the governor and I were on the phone with Intel this week, and they said, we'll take every plumber, pipe fitter, and electrician you can produce for us. There's this huge demand across these sectors. And of course, at the local level, ask any hospital CEO or sheriff or police chief or fire chief, and they'll tell you that first responders, we see them back there, in healthcare, there's huge demand. And the equipment and training dollars the governor announced, combined with the facility dollars, are going to add nearly 15,000 more opportunities for students in this state that we didn't have before. So when we do budgets, when we set priorities, and we do these things, understand that is going to change the lives of 15,000 students every year that will be able to take part in these training programs in these high-demand sectors. And through these investments, thousands more students, thousands of them, will graduate career-ready and go right into work without college debt and providing the Ohio employers they need to compete globally. And this is the bottom line. I've worked in economic development almost my whole life. If you want to win, you got to have the best talent. That's not just on the athletic field, that's on the field of economic development and the field of what happens in our economy. And today is a major step in putting that most talented team on the field. The good news, everybody wins when we do this because students get careers, have job security and higher pay, employers get the talent they need, and we all benefit because it is a rising tide that creates more prosperity in Ohio. That's why this grant program matters. That's why what the governor announced, that's what it will do and why it matters in this state and for America. So with that, let me turn the podium over to a gentleman who I've come to know over the years who is a passionate advocate for helping students get a relevant education that will lead to their individual success in life, and designing a system that will help do that. Let me introduce Steve Dakin from the Department of Education and Workforce. Steve?
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor Husted, for those kind remarks. Good morning. What a beautiful facility. This is just, congratulations for all that you've done here, Superintendent Davis. Thank you, Governor DeWine, Lieutenant Governor Husted, for your leadership, your vision, your passion, education, your belief in the success of Ohio students. Again, thank you to Dr. Davis and your team for welcoming us and showcasing the incredible work happening in your district. I also want to recognize two of my staff who are here today, Leah Amstutz and Graham Wood, for their hard work on facilitating the grant process. This is an exciting announcement because it demonstrates a significant investment, as you heard Lieutenant Governor talk about, in our students, schools, and Ohio's future workforce. It is essential for our schools to be dynamic teaching and learning communities that prepare students for every pursuit they may choose following graduation. Our state's career and technical education programs have always been at the forefront of skills development and job readiness. Career technical education gives students ownership of their learning and creates more chances for students to be engaged in the learning process. It provides a solid foundation for students and opens multiple avenues for them to be successful. Almost 95% of career tech students, more than 38,000 students, were employed, enlisted in the military, pursuing training or continuing education within 6 months of leaving high school in 2022. We want our career tech programs to be state-of-the-art training centers providing hands-on learning experiences, and serve as launch pads for exciting careers. These grant awards will further these efforts with up-to-date equipment and increase access to career technical programs. As careers evolve and advance, so must the preparation to provide for our students. I'm excited that these career technical equipment grant awards will make a difference for students, school communities, and our state now and in the future. I applaud the district leaders and career tech educators of the awarded schools for working to evaluate your programs. I see a lot of folks in the audience who I know. The more opportunities that we can provide our students, the better prepared they will be. Thank you, and again, congratulations to the awardees.
Can you see it? Are you excited? I'm Susan Whitman. I'm with AMIP, Advanced Manufacturing Industry Partnership. We are the voice of manufacturers, educators, and partners. And to this day, I say thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks for recognizing how important this initiative is to the state of Ohio. You're making great investments, truly great investments. Can we applaud these? So Advanced Manufacturing Industry Partnership, AMIP, supports workforce, supports talent workforce. We support the continuous support of well-paying jobs in this region and the talent investing in these kids. This investment is especially important in manufacturing. These jobs haven't even been created yet. The advances that we are making in our region are especially important in manufacturing. The state of Ohio is one of the largest employers in manufacturing and one of the most innovative. I think this region needs to speak more highly of itself and be proud of the initiatives that we're making, be proud of the communities that we're building. Manufacturing is the American dream. Manufacturers are the innovators of the future. Manufacturing creates the opportunity for our region's future, our future lives, our livelihoods. There are 2 jobs that are available. 2 jobs, think about it, 2 jobs for every one person who is ready to work. And it was just mentioned, 15,000. 15,000 people prepared and ready to work. So let's tell people what a great place this is to live. Let's tell people that we have great education, we have great culture, our weather's even not too bad. We have great opportunities. Let's tell people. We know these kids, they can fix things. They solve problems, they create. Having manufacturing equipment on site will give them the awareness of the future roles and the opportunities they have to explore their future path. We thank these regional schools. We thank regional schools. We thank the leadership that has been provided by our friends at Reading, at Deer Park, at Finneytown, at all of your schools. We appreciate you and the work that you do for these students every day. We commend the governor's office, the Office of Workforce Transformation, for the investment you've made in our community and the future of our workforce. We thank you all. We thank you, everyone in this room and out there. Thank you for all of you that support education of manufacturing, of these great jobs of the future, of construction, of healthcare. We appreciate you. Thank you for the work that you do in education. And we look forward to seeing what happens with the talent of our future. We know they can do it. We've got this.
Well, Governor DeWine, Lieutenant Governor Husted, Director Dakin, Susan, thank you so much for being here today. And on behalf of the Reading Community City School District, the grant and the award that we are receiving will be transformative. It'll be transformative for our students, as well as the employers who we partner with, and we have a vision of where our students are going to be, and we are so excited that this will fuel and help develop that vision. So thank you very, very much for being here today with us. At this time, this concludes this part of the morning. Attendees, please, we invite you to come into our media center over there, have some refreshments. the governor and lieutenant governor will remain to address the media as well. So thank you very much for being here this morning.
Okay.